Welcome to the Bourbon Experience. My name is Austin, and I've gained weight and a beard.
Welcome back to the channel. As you already know, I have my good buddy RJ here. You would have seen him on the 5 years of GTS.
5 years of GTS.
During 12 Days of Trace.
We're coming down off a high.
And we did the entire Weller lineup, vertical, blinded ranked. RJ has prepared a blind for me, and I have no idea what any of these are. I don't know the theme. I don't know literally anything. And I've been looking forward to doing something like this for a long time, because every time I prepare a blind for my guests, they don't know what we're doing. I don't know the order, but I know what they are. Right. And I'm really excited to have literally zero idea of what any of this is. So
now, today's theme, I'm not going to reveal the theme till the end of the video, but it's mostly revolving around conversations I've had with Austin in the past. So we've talked about some of these things, and this blind it's actually blind for both of us. I kind of mixed them up in a way that neither one of us would know which one they are. It kind of is going to reveal some things that we've had conversations about in the past. So that's what I'm really excited about for today. So I'm going to start with number A. Or letter A, not number A.
Yeah, we'll start with A.
Okay.
Oh, it smells good.
I think you're going to get some of these right off the rip, but we'll see.
I mean, I could be wrong. Do you want to know what I'm leaning towards?
Go ahead and guess. I won't say yes or no to anything, but your guesses will be cool.
RJ is driving the video, so he's got the keys, and I'm a passenger on his little journey that he's taking.
I'll tell you, these are like a keys to a 97 Kia. I'll tell you that right now.
To me, this almost noses like a Weller product. So I get a little bit of like a grape, a little bit of a cherry. Like I'm getting Buffalo Trace vibes.
Okay.
And I'm getting the kind of mustiness that comes with their wheated mash bill.
Okay.
Versus the more like cherry, oak, grape, minus the weediness or minus the mustiness. I'm getting kind of like, I'm getting Buffalo Trace weeded vibes. I'll say that. I like the color on this one.
Yeah, it's a good color.
And the cool, I mean, like I can't even fully talk to you about what my thoughts are because you don't know the order that we're drinking stuff anyways.
Nope.
Either. But off my first impression, I'm getting Buffalo Trace weeded vibes.
Now, one thing I've learned over the past couple times, especially with Austin too, is I take one quick sip to just acclimate my palate. And then after that, one big sip actually changes the way that you can taste it and feel the mouthfeel and everything. So that's what I kind of like to do now is I take one quick sip and then basically finish off the rest. We did like half-ounce pours here, so we're not doing too crazy, but that way you get the full experience. So.
Yeah, I tend to take, somebody actually commented on one of the videos, like you take massive sips. And I do because I feel like I'm missing out if I do just like the tiniest bit. It doesn't fully coat your mouth. And you miss things out. You miss out on things, and then you take a bigger sip and you get a more full, complete like experience of what that expression is.
Especially in the finish.
Yeah.
The finish you really get, the more that you're able to take down,
for me it's mid palate is where that really comes in.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's more of a mouthfeel type of thing.
Right, it is a mouthfeel. To me, it's just that however it coats your palate on the way down. I don't know.
All right, A's good. There's a kind of a weird thing on the finish. I'm still leaning towards it drinking similar to a Buffalo Trace weeded product.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to B.
And am I ranking these? Is that the plan?
Yeah, ranking which one is your favorite of the three is kind of what I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Ooh.
Very different. Right off the nose.
B noses like a more dark fruit.
Almost more char.
Yeah.
Like barrel char out of it.
Yeah, but like where this maybe was, I don't know, this has a darker quality to it on the nose. It's definitely lighter in color.
The color is different though. That's the interesting part.
Huh. I prefer the nose on B.
Definitely. There's more complexity to B.
I think there's less oomph, or there's, I don't know. I prefer this though. It drinks more refined.
Okay, more well-rounded.
Yeah.
I can see that. I like the nose much better on B, but I like the palate better on A. That's just me.
Yeah.
It's good, but it just doesn't, like you saying, it just doesn't follow through as much for me, at least.
Yeah, to me it tastes more refined though. Okay. Want to see?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. C smells great. C might be my favorite nose. And by might be, it's my favorite nose. C is probably my favorite. There is a red fruit. There is kind of like a chocolate, kind of darker note with it too. There's like this weird tingling on the sides of my tongue.
Yep.
With C that I wasn't getting with the other two. Man, that's interesting. That's really good.
The finish is much more complex. A little cherry on the finish, almost like some kind of a fruit on the finish.
Yeah,
it's more complex. The finish lasts longer. The middle mouthfeel, I think, is a little bit better than any of the other two.
Do you want my guess? I'm not guessing bottles. I'm guessing. Sure. I'm guessing this is maybe a Buffalo Trace, different mash bills. Mash bill 1, mash bill 2, mash bill 3.
Good guess.
Mash bill 3. Weeded mash bill. Weeded mash bill. Mash bill 1, mash bill 2. I'm kind of in that vein. I could be completely off, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, if you have anything else, I mean, you're driving the episode, but typically at this point, I would say like take a break, not from tasting, but take a break from all of our commentary.
Yep. Run
through and rank them. So like I want a moment to rank them real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, we'll come back.
Okay, we're back with our rankings. Again, I do not know what any of these are.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any thoughts you want to say before we get into our rankings, please feel free.
Right. You know what? I'd actually like to hear your ranking first, I think. Let's do that first, and then we'll go into what the theme is here today.
Okay. My third place, I have A.
Okay.
It tastes younger than the other two. Second place, I have B. It is darker, but there's also kind of a grainy, younger thing. Okay. And C is like, it's still dark, but it's also cherry. It's also kind of syrupy.
Okay.
It's
more complex.
It's more complex and it's more well-rounded.
Okay.
And I think B is more well-rounded than A. But I'm leaning towards, so my last place A, my second place B, my first place C.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
I ranked pretty similar. I ranked B as my number 1, C as my number 2, and A was pretty easy to eliminate for me as well as number 3.
Okay, so before any kind of reveal, do you want to tell me the theme?
Sure.
Because there's a theme, or do you want to reveal one at a time and then tell me the theme?
I think you're going to get the theme as soon as I start. As soon as the first one pops up, I think you're going to start understanding the theme. So I'll go with the theme first.
Okay.
If you're okay with it.
It's your show, buddy.
Let's talk about, so Austin and I have a lot of conversations about what is the most quintessential bourbon? What is the most, so that's where we're at. So I thought you would get a couple of these really quick, and actually it's funny how a blind can change that. So the most quintessential bourbon, I've always argued is one of these ones that we've had here today. Austin has argued another one, and I put one in that I think is pretty well respected and pretty well thought of as a quintessential bourbon as well. That one will be kind of a flyer out there, but so we've kind of ranked these here, and I think it's going to be a little interesting for us to see which ones are coming out. So
okay,
you want to do yours and then I'll do mine?
Yeah. So my last place is A.
A. Okay. So A is Knob Creek 12. The one that I've always argued as being the most quintessential bourbon was super easy for both of us. That's what yours is as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Knob Creek 12.
So I did it right. Okay. So yeah, Knob Creek 12, I've always argued is the most quintessential bourbon. It's the best well-rounded. It's 100 proof. It's got that deep caramel. It ranked last for both of us. So that's my first thought is already out of there.
That's funny.
Yep.
so far we are completely. I have a feeling now. So before we get into any other, I always say that E.H. Taylor is the quintessential
Small
bourbon.
batch.
Yeah, small batch.
Small batch,
As
yeah.
far as like, if you look at a flavor wheel, it doesn't spike out in any one direction. It's got a nice proof to it. You get classic bourbon notes, caramel,
Yep.
vanilla, oak. It's just a very approachable, and then there's always like apple I get, and like it's
Yep.
like a salted caramel.
Yep.
And so I always say that it's the most quintessential, but I've never said that it's my favorite, or I would
It's
rank,
not.
or that I would rank
Correct.
it anywhere. I just, if you, I think what I said in the past was if you told an alien what bourbon is, or you had to give an alien bourbon,
Yep.
and they have no idea what it is, and this is the representation of what that is.
Right.
I say E.H. Taylor small batch.
And it's easy to find for the most part in stores. It's relatively cheap.
Now
It's-
that the bourbon business.
Correct. Yeah. Now that we're coming down a little bit, it's relatively cheap that you can find, and it's just a really good all-around bourbon.
And being that the Knob Creek 12 is 100 proof, I do have a feeling of where we're going. I think we're going to be looking at 100 proofers, maybe from different distilleries that match that description. But okay, go ahead.
That's not correct.
Oh, all right.
So we will keep going.
I
Okay.
did say Knob Creek 12 tasted youthy to me, which
It
was
did. Yeah. 12 years is kind of interesting. Though. Maybe it's just the water down.
it's probably just the bean nuttiness.
And let's go with your ranking there. So you have B
Okay.
as second.
B is second.
Okay.
Blanton's.
That is Blanton's.
Okay.
So it was not a 100 proofer, so it wasn't exactly fair. But I figured that Blanton's is a pretty well-rounded bourbon that a lot of people respect, and it's kind of like your go-to. It's the first thing you have to have when you're starting to hunt for bourbons. I figured that that's a pretty good one to throw in there with the mix between our two, just to throw them off a little bit in case he started figuring out what they were.
Interesting.
Yep. I cannot believe that I picked. So Austin and I had a little bit different ranking there.
Oh, so what was your second?
My second
Oh,
was
this is my first.
correct. My second was C, which is your first,
E.H.
which is
Taylor
your
small
EH,
batch.
yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had Blanton's as second as well, and I had E.H. Taylor as first. That's what I did. I just put them the opposite way that you did.
Oh, so we're the same.
I had them going. We're the same.
Oh.
We actually have the exact same ranking. I had B, C, A. Is that what you had?
Interesting. So our final orders are actually the exact same. So we both have E.H. Taylor first.
Yep.
We both have Blanton second, and we
Yep.
both have Knob Creek 12
As last.
third.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So do you want to give me final thoughts on why you chose what you chose, and
Right, yeah, so I went through it before. Like, Knob Creek 12 has always been one of my favorite, like, quintessential bourbons. It's an easy one to find, relatively cheap, kind of along with the other ones. Blanton's is a little bit more expensive, but it's one of those ones that everybody has to have on their bar, whether you're an experienced whiskey guy or girl, or whether you're just brand new getting into it. And then E.H. Taylor is one of those ones that no matter how long you've been into it, everybody likes E.H. Taylor small batch. It's just a quintessential bourbon is kind of what we're talking about. So it's kind of cool to see that even in a blind, it stands up. It's not cool to see that my Knob Creek 12 is last.
I guess that's the question I have for you.
Yeah.
Were you hoping to show Knob Creek as the
I
winner? Knob
was.
Creek 12? Okay.
I absolutely was hoping to see that my Knob Creek 12 at least stood up against the
Sure.
the E.H. Taylor, and it wasn't even close. It
Third
was
for both
way
of
off.
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
That was fun. So,
That's cool.
So the theme was quintessential bourbon.
Quintessential bourbon. What is the most just easy to find? The most well-rounded bourbon, essentially, is kind of.
You're
how
gonna
I
get
would
so
describe it.
many hateful comments
Oh, I'm sure I
when
will.
you say the easiest to find,
Yeah.
and you have Blanton's, and you have E.H. Taylor on there. It's easier now, but
If you can't find Blanton's, give me a call.
all right. And so you were expecting maybe Knob Creek 12 to be
I
the
thought
winner.
it would at least stand up to the E.H. Taylor, but it did not.
Gotcha.
So that was
Okay,
fun.
so quintessential, standard, run-of-the-mill bourbon, E.H. Taylor small batch takes it.
Yep.
Cool. I think we will wrap this up because we have a few more videos to film before all of these pours kick in. So, as always, the bourbon experience is all about good pours and great times with whoever with. Whiskey meant to be enjoyed, so crack those bottles. Cheers. And big thanks to RJ for facilitating this.